Florida resident Ana Knezevich. We are not going to get off the story until there is an answer to her whereabouts. 45 days, left Florida, went to Madrid, wanted to restart her life. Boom, disappears right in the middle of a divorce. The estranged husband, David, says, hey, I was in Serbia when she disappeared. He also hasn't gone to Spain to help look for her. His lawyer's been on the show several times. He says that there's an explanation. Listen.
This false narrative that there was a hotly contested divorce, which just is not true. I don't know if it's reasonable to expect that he fly to another country that he doesn't know the language, doesn't have a place to stay, and somehow that's going to make it a better search than it is already ongoing. In fact, they were talking amongst themselves about hiring one lawyer to handle the divorce. So it was an amicable situation.
Now, that's the lawyer taking on the issue of was there bad blood? Should he be suspected? A new report comes out saying that David, okay, the husband, won't take a lie detector test, also called a polygraph test. So how do you feel about that? Does that make you think, well, wait, why wouldn't he if he didn't do anything wrong? Or are you like, well, why would he? He didn't do anything wrong. Let's take it on. Law enforcement and legal. Two very different takes. Criminal defense attorney, NewsNation legal contributor, Sara Azari, says, don't take it. Former FBI agent, NewsNation law and justice contributor, Jennifer Coffindaffer says, you better take it. Coffindaffer, I start with you. Why do you believe that he should take a lie detector test, which, of course, as we all know, you can't bring into trial? But why do you think he should do it investigatively?
Exactly. So it's very simple. If you're innocent, take the lie detector test. Look, it's an investigative tool that law enforcement uses specifically to see what your reaction is, first of all, when it's presented to you. Do you ask this question? Well, what does that exactly entail? How exactly does it work? That's the normal response of someone who is telling the truth, and they will want to submit. Even when their attorney says don't submit, they'll still want to submit to a lie detector test. A guilty person, the typical response is no way. No way am I getting near that box.
Well, I know what camp I fall into then. But Sara, my gut on it is, why inject any risk into the situation? How do you see it as a defense attorney?
I'm with you, Chris. Look, I appreciate Jennifer's zeal looking through the lens of guilt, like any good law enforcement person, to identify a suspect. But the bottom line is it's absolutely the norm to refuse a polygraph, a law enforcement polygraph. And here's why. Number one, it's a flawed process. So what Jennifer's explaining about, you submit yourself to this testing, it's flawed. You could not pass this test and likely won't pass this test for reasons other than deception, physiological changes that relate to medication, stress, anxiety, all kinds of things. Number two, like you said, it's inadmissible. Number three, this has happened to me. And I say this with conviction. A client, before he hired me, submitted to a law enforcement polygraph, and they came back inconclusive. What happens is if you fail the test, which you often do, they'll go to the press and they'll say, look, we got the guy. He's the suspect. We got our guy. And there's pressure for law enforcement to get the right guy. But if you pass the test, they never come back and say he passed the test. What they say is it was inconclusive. And look, I took it to Jack Tremarco, who's a #1 polygraph examiner, no longer with us. But he said it's not inconclusive. He actually passed. So there is no winning in this. It is absolutely the norm to refuse it, and it's not the exception. And I think you'd be a fool to take it.
A quick button on this, Jennifer. What
well, look
happens?
At what's happening right now. Oh, sorry, Chris.
I was just going to say, like, let's say you take it and he passes it. Doesn't mean that you're out of suspicion and they can't come after you. Go ahead. Last point to you.
Oh, no, Chris. Typically, whenever somebody takes a polygraph and does pass it, that tells me as an investigator, ooh, I'm leaning probably away from him. I'm going to look at the totality of the case, all the evidence that is in, and that's going to be just one piece, but that is an important piece. And I think that for people who are innocent, they absolutely should take it. I've taken so many polygraphs, and I'm telling you, if you're telling the truth, you typically pass. It's 87 to 92% surety that they are going to be accurate.
Not me. I'm too worried about being manipulated. Jennifer
Don't do it.
Coffindaffer, Sara Azari, thank you both. It's great to have you.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of News Nation's fact-driven coverage.